Right, so then folks, we are here again at Roy Pidcock's, and today we're riding this. Oh my god, what am I doing? Look at this beautiful, beautiful piece of German exotica. This is the BMW S1000RR Sport. Right, so this should be interesting. Oh, arthritic hip over the seat. Now, the first thing that I notice is that it's quite tall. Jesus. The foot pegs are high. I can't believe, I was just talking to Wayne in the shop before I came out, and he said just see what it feels like around town at low speed. I mean, we're just in road mode at the moment, third gear. Let's shift it right the way up. So we're now in 6th gear, doing 24 miles an hour. Smooth as silk. The throttling is absolutely beautiful. And the pickup as well. Oh Jesus. This is, oddly enough, this is another lazy bike ride. So it's got the Gear Shift Pro on it, which means that not only does it have the quick shifter for upshifting, but it also has the blipper for downshifting as well. And I think this bike has pretty much got everything on it. It's blinged up, man. Blinged up. So I'm not going to be going mad because I don't want to attract the attentions of the po-po. Oh wow. But bloody hell, this is sublime at this sort of speed. 5th gear now. Stick it back into 6th gear. 6th gear? Just bimbling around like this. It does feel heavy on the wrists, but again, you know, I'm not a sports bike rider, so anything with this sort of position to it is going to feel heavy on the wrist. But already I feel really quite at home on it. It's even though the foot pegs are high and the position is obviously sports, yeah, it does. For me, it would be, you know, if I owned a bike like this, it would be an hour at a time, I think, because of the weight on my wrists. Wow, the quick shifter is amazing. Absolutely amazing. That front brake is prodigious. You've only just got to touch it really, and it's throwing the anchors out. Oh wow. Oh my god. Jesus. We're only in road. Wowza. What an experience this is then. Like I say, I am not going to be attracting the attentions of the local popo, so I ain't going to be nailing it. I don't know what to say really, it's so easy to ride. But BMW do that, don't they? They make bikes really easy. Just touch that throttle, it just boots you up the arse, it just wants to go. Mirrors, they're not too bad. I can see a fair bit of my arm, but I think a bit of fine tuning. See plenty of what's behind you. So it's got auto cancelling indicators, which they flash about 5 times before they turn off, so that's a little bit annoying. The quick shifter, I keep saying it, and I will keep saying it as well, is beautiful. Those brakes, wow. It's a good job you got the tank to hug onto, because it would catapult you over the bars. Oh, the indicator's stayed on this time. I wonder why that is. A Krapovich, a Krapovich, a Krapovich. It's not the noisiest. It's not the noisiest a Krapovich I've heard. A Krapovich. You say a Krapovich, I say a Krapovich. It's nice though, isn't it? Very subdued in this black, I think. I prefer the red, white and blue colours, the racing colour. I'll go through the colours with you. I like it, don't get me wrong. I just think the red, white and blue pops. Right, walk around. So there it is then. The 2022 BMW S1000RR Sport. Cracking looking machine. Price first, let's get that out of the way. 17,610 starting price. I know, pretty steep, but is it worth it? I don't know. I'm not likely to be buying one of these. I would say, with the amount of engineering that BMW put into their bikes, it's priced accordingly. 999cc liquid-cooled inline 4-cylinder 4-stroke engine with a 6-speed gearbox. 152 kilowatts of power. That's 207 bhp in old money. That's at 13,500 RPM. So it's high up, as you'd expect from a sports bike. Torque 113 newton meters. That's 83 foot-pounds at 11,000 RPM. But seriously, that torque is across the range. So maximum speed 299 km/h, 186 miles per hour. That's BMW saying that. I don't know whether it is or not. You'd have to test that on a track, obviously. Let's fire up that 6.5-inch TFT. What is it? It's road, dynamic, race, rain, road. There you go. Going to leave it in dynamic. Cruise control. It does have cruise control, amazingly, on such a, a bike designed for the track. Stick it in cruise control when you're on the track. See how popular that makes you. Dynamic traction control, SOS button. Mode button, heated grips. Look at that. Who puts heated grips on a bloody sports bike? BMW, that's who. And then your flash dip beam. Yeah, quick shifter. Beautiful quick shifter. This is Marzocchi suspension, front and rear. Brakes at the front. These are unbelievably good. So it's twin 320mm discs, 4-piston calipers front. Rear, we've got a single 220mm disc and a single piston caliper. ABS Pro settings for rain and road, and dynamic mode, no ABS in race mode. So this is the M Endurance chain on it. The sports silencer, which, as you know, because I've already shown you, is the Krapovich. USB charger under the back seat. This also has the pillion package on it, which is seat and foot pegs, obviously. Now, Wayne did tell me, I don't know whether it actually comes with this on it, whether they sell their bikes with this on it already at Pidcock's, but to buy this retrospectively, after you bought the bike, you're looking at 600 quid plus for that tiny little seat and a pair of foot hangers and pegs. Heated grips, as I've said, 16.5 litre tank, so pretty good size. Wet weight, road ready wet weight is 197 kilos. The M package slightly lighter, 193.5, so 3.5 kilos less. 17-inch wheels front and rear. Tyre pressure monitor, cruise control, SOS button. Seat height 814 millimeters, so I am literally on the balls of my feet with this bike. It is tall, but it's manageable. It's not overly heavy. Race Intelligent DTC, which is dynamic traction control, DDC, which is dynamic damping control, Race ABS and Shift Assist Pro. And as I said, that Shift Assist Pro is the up and down shifter. So I think Shift Assist alone is just an up shifter. So Shift Assist Pro, up and down shifter. With this engine, the shift cam generates more torque at lower speeds, simultaneously adding an extra bhp to the power. An extra 8 horsepower, sorry, to the power. Race ABS and dynamic traction control, as I've just said, but that adjusts in milliseconds for control and traction. E-throttle grip means the massive power of the engine is modulated more precisely, and the dynamic damping control continuously adjusts the suspension to any riding manoeuvres on and off the track. Can you tell I'm reading this from the brochure, the PDF, to ensure the tyres make the best contact with the road surface continuously. Optional pro riding modes for track use, also 3 configurable race pro modes, so I've already said about those. Additional features like launch control, pit lane limiter, hill start control pro, dynamic brake control. Oh man. You get your money's worth, don't you? You get your money's worth. Yeah, it's expensive, but it's not like they're stinging you unnecessarily. There's no centre stand, obviously. So the colour schemes, as I was saying earlier, Black Storm Metallic, which is what this is. There's also the one that I would prefer, which is the light white, racing blue and racing red. You know, that just looks, it just pops, doesn't it, that one? And also mineral grey metallic. Comes with a 3-year warranty, or I just checked, 100,000 miles. I mean, they back up what they produce with their warranty, and also by all accounts the servicing, you know, the level of service that you get from BMW is absolutely second to none. I like the way the indicators are set into the mirrors there. They look nice, don't they? Look nice. You ain't got anything sticking out here. Could do with some bobbins on the side. These levers are also adjustable. You push them away from you and then you can just turn the knob to where you need the levers. You know, it's not overly shouty and overly ridiculous with that exhaust on. It's just a nice, it's a nice sound. And I think the roar was coming, like I say, from the induction, from the airbox. I don't think it was coming from the exhaust. Yeah, what a beauty. Right, I'm going to get this helmet off, take some photos, throw my phone on the floor, and then get back on the road. Just feels like everything is just far too easy for it. It's so comfortable. I expected my fillings to be all over the road. Pure joy. Pure joy. I was just worried before I took this out that it was just going to be, you know, a really uncomfortable experience, a proper sports bike experience. Nationals! And although it is, you know, a sports bike experience, it's just a very, very nice one. It's a proper easy ride. A proper lazy ride as well. And with the amount of electronics that it's got on it, you know, it's a bloody safe ride as well. Anything that you see in front of you, you know, it's not in front of you for long, is it? Feels nice around your, you know, your legs, your stomach. You can just grip it nicely. It Doesn't matter if you're, you know, late getting on the brakes for the corners, because the brakes are just, I mean, really, you only need a front brake on this, don't you? You don't need front and rear, especially with the strength of that front brake. But even in dynamic, the suspension, it isn't as hard as what I expected it to be. You can feel a certain level of smoothness there, you know, plushness, if you like. I don't like using that word much because everybody tends to use the word plush for suspension, but you know, it's the right word, I think. And I would imagine if you wanted to do knee-down riding, then moving around on the bike is going to be quite easy, because the hump in the tank just means that can take your weight while you're shifting your ass around from one side of the seat to the other. It's delicious as a ride. It is beautiful. Now, I've got nothing to compare this to, sports bike wise, I mean. Would I have one? Jesus, yes I would. If I had the money and I had the room, yes, definitely I would love one of these. I mean, I need to ride a Panigale, either the V4 or the V2. All depends which one they've got for testing at Ducati. So it's just so well behaved. I'm in sixth gear again. I don't need to be shifting up and down the gearbox all the time, which is what you know, that's what I expect of a sports bike, for the engine, you know, for the power of the engine to be virtually unmanageable at lower speeds. This is just ridiculous. Look, I'm climbing a hill now, 30 miles an hour in sixth gear. You can see it, it's there, sixth gear, look. There's no jerkiness, it's smooth as silk, it's unbelievable. I would not have believed this had I not ridden it myself, in dynamic mode as well. It's bordering on, well, I would say, compared to the DCT, with this quick shifter blipper, the Shift Assist Pro on here, and purely the fueling and throttling on this, it's as easy to ride as a DCT gearbox, but it gives you a little bit more control. I mean, I know you can use the finger switches for changing gear on the DCT, but really, in terms of what you would miss from the DCT, I would say very little. It's insane. This is absolutely insane. I don't believe it. It's just supremely well behaved. Through a little village, 30 miles an hour, just in third now. Any bloody gear you're in, it just deals with the speed. How do you do that? It's like bloody witchcraft, that is. That's not right. That's not right. Oh, Jesus. Hell, feathery b***ers. You do get a little thrill of vibration that runs through the bike every now and again. Find me a bike that doesn't do that, but it's minor, and it tends to be when the revs are building. Tickles your danglies though, that does. It's quite nice. So brakes then. Let's test the rear brake. Yeah, it's there's not that much there. Front brake. Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, there's a lot there. There's a lot going on with that front brake. And enough of that. I can feel a hell of a lot through the bars. Not quite the texture of the road, so to speak. I'm not sure whether the electronic suspension takes some of that away from you, but really, I am feeling a lot of, getting a lot of feedback up through the bars as to what's going on the road. The 50 miles an hour. We're just doing the speed limit, basically. Pootling along, doing the speed limit on what is, let's face it, a national speed limit road. I mean, why is this 50? Slow it right down. I'll do it in top gear, so we'll slow down to, let's go a bit further down. Let's do 20 miles an hour. Can it cope with that? Yeah, just about. Open it up. .4,000 revs. That power, the engine note changes and the power just ratchets up. Yeah, so you hit 4,000 revs. I mean, 20 miles an hour in 6th gear? Really? Yeah, it did. That's what it just did. I'll do it again if you like. You can see that. 20 miles an hour, 6th gear. It's starting to struggle a little bit there. It doesn't particularly like it down there. Open the throttle. Smooth, linear. Oh God, I want a sports bike now. Oh, it's just sublime. It really is. It's razor sharp. It's so solid, so planted. So bloody delicious. It really is an experience to ride a bike like this. It really is an experience. Absolutely gorgeous. So easy. Everything is just supremely easy. Want. Wow. Don't you dare. Told her, didn't it? Wowzer. Oh my God. This is a knee down roundabout, isn't it? Innit? Awesome. Superb. I just keep saying all this stuff, you know, and because, you know, there's a reason why I say it. If the ride wasn't there, I wouldn't be saying it. If the power wasn't there, you know, I wouldn't be saying it. The whole overall-ness of this thing, this beautiful machine is, well, I need something to compare it against, don't I? Look at that direction change. It's just instant and just superbly, the balance, the, oh God, I mean, it's just superb. You can position this bike wherever you want to. The placement of it on the road is just so accurate. It's like my beast, you have to sort of think about where you want to be and whether you're going to end up in that place. Whereas this gives you so much confidence to, you know, think about where you want to be and then put it there. I've never ridden a bike this sharp, this good. In everything that it does, I've never ridden a bike that is this together. Just the way it moves around, it makes you feel special. It does make you feel kind of special. Look at me, Bobby, I'm on a racing bike. Wow, that exhaust, it does have a certain something about it. Well, I have to say, and I don't say this lightly, and I'm not just saying it because I'm gushing about this bike, but I think this is the best bike I've ever ridden. Seriously think this is the best bike I've ever ridden. The spec levels on it, the way it rides, I mean what it can do, the way it handles around town, the way it overtakes, the way it handles country lanes, it just does everything exceptionally well. Come on, love. It just does everything so beautifully well around town. It's just easy. It's so damn easy. I'm pretty certain this is the complete package. I love it. Absolutely. Without a shadow of it. And you can use a quick shifter while the cruise control is on. If you change down, that knocks it off. Filtering around town on this is just a piece of piss. Yeah, but there, I've put it out there. This is the best bike I have ever ridden. Tell me the best bike you've ever ridden. Comments below. Tell me what is the best bike you've ever ridden. And I'm not going to say, well, go and try this one then, because I bet this will beat it. Because no, I mean, you chose the bike you chose for, you know, your own reasons, but this is, it's just so much fun. It's so much fun. It's not just a piece of, you know, exotica, German exotica. It's just a lot of fun. And I've hardly touched it this morning. Honestly, officer, it wasn't me. Any set of traffic lights, straight to the front. I'm having that. Oof. Put it in gear. Right, so I'm going to sign off then, folks. This has been an exceptional ride out. The BMW S1000RR Sport. Don't forget the sport. It's quite important. I mean, what? There's nothing that I can say signing off that I've not said during the video. I mean, it's just an amazing bike. Is it my favourite bike? It's the best bike I've ever ridden, but is it the favourite bike I've ever ridden? Well, I have to say it's right up there. It really is right up there as one of the favourite bikes I've ever ridden. The whole experience has just been Absolutely amazing. Loved it. Loved pretty much every second. If you're, you know, Nottingham, Derby based, or, you know, somewhere not too far away and you can make it to Pidcocks, get yourself booked in for a test ride on this. I don't want music on Siri. Anyway, after all that, I'll see you on the next video. The next video I think will be the next chippy run. So we're going to do that chippy run again to Skeg Vegas on Sunday the 21st of August. If you're available, please come along. This video will be out on the 19th, I think, so still chance that you could make it. If you can, it'd be lovely to have you along. It's a lovely ride as well, that chippy run. Right, that's it, I've done. These sign-offs get longer and longer. Every time I do one, I just seem to waffle on like Christ knows what. Oh, Jesus. So yeah, I'll see you on the next video, guys. Probably the chippy run, might be the Triumph Trident, who knows. Whatever it is, I will see you then. My name's been Jack Porter. This has been the Moto Mogul channel. Keep an eye out because there will be merchandise coming soon. T-shirts, beanies, mugs, you know, the usual shizzle. Keep your eye out for that on the Influencer store, and I will see you on the next video, guys. Thanks for coming along. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.